Hello, I'm Marty Sharp with UltraSafe. We've discussed what we do in a fall on some of our other DVDs, but we really haven't gone over what you do after you fall. After somebody takes a drop, their lanyard deploys. Here we've got a 220-pound rigid test weight. We're going to have it free fall on a positioning lanyard. Now, of course, this positioning lanyard doesn't have a shock pack on it. Now, in a drop, the D-ring slider, which is in the middle of your shoulder blades, is designed to slide up, keeping the D-ring above your head. This is what keeps you vertical against the structure from hitting your head on the structure, and keeps you upright. But now that you're like that, and if your friends want to pull you up, it makes it a little difficult. So the person's head's going to be about here, their D-rings just right above their head, keeping them vertical. So we need a way to go down and attach to them. So we'll go over the different components of the UltraSafe rescue system. What we have here is a basic block and tackle. There's been some refinements through the years. We've got a lot of good feedback from the fire department, from a lot of mining from the mining industry, construction industry, the iron workers. What we have is the block and tackle system. Not just a straight block and tackle system, but one with a brake inside it. This will allow us, if somebody decides to let go, that the person doesn't just go to the ground. To give us a little advantage on the rope, we have a descender attached to our static line. An extension pole, so we can, a lot of times the person is down below our feet and we're going to have to hook into them. One of the latest advances we have from the mountain climbing industry is our quick release hook. Basically, that's so we can hook into the person's D-ring. Keep in mind that that D-ring is going to be above their head. It should be easy to hook into, and it simply comes off. It, of course, attaches to the end of the extension pole. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in action. Alright, we've already gone ahead and had the free fall. As you can see that the victim would be well below her feet with the D-ring being here. Again, the D-ring coming up above the victim's head. So we need a way to reach the victim with our block and tackle. So we have a simple extension pole so we can get some reach. We also have the device to hook our carabiner to, which just screws on the end of our extension pole. At the bottom block, we're going to attach our quick release hook to our bottom carabiner. You definitely want to practice drills with this. It takes a little practice to learn how this thing works, but once you learn how it works, it's real quick. Again, also when you're doing your drills, it's good to have some weight on the ring that you're trying to pick up to simulate a person hanging from this. Otherwise, if the ring is laying dead side to side, it's really hard to hook into, but when it's up like this, it makes it really easy to hook into. Another thing I'd like to mention is that when we're doing our drills or practice, that we want to have this block and tackle already extended out. We have here these Velcro clasps that basically keep it from tangling up. We're going to pull the system out about how far out we think we need it out, which right now is about 10 feet. And when we're done with it, we're going to put it back in a bag. The reason for that is this block and tackle has a disc brake in the top of it, and it's pretty difficult to extend it out. And in a panic situation, you don't want to start reading instructions and trying to extend this out far enough. You want to have it ready to go in the bag. So with any luck, we should be able to hook this victim. Alright, now that we've got our block and tackle hooked up to the victim, you can throw that to the side, thank you. We're going to take the tension out of the block and tackle. We want to do that, of course, before we cut the lanyard so we don't give the guy another shock load. And also in panic situations, what happens a lot of times, we need to take the weight off this lanyard so we can detach them, so we can either lift them up or lower them to the next level. A lot of people will use a knife, and in a panic situation they'll accidentally cut their rescue system too. So it's always good to take a little weight off And let's go ahead and detach that top hook. Throw it to the side so we don't hit the victim in the head. Now this gives us the option to lift them up to the next level. This gives us a 4-to-1. 200-pound man is going to be about 50 pounds of line pull. But of course, it's always a lot easier to lower him to the next level. And since this has a brake, it's not going to take off on me. If I was to let go on this system, of course with our ascender on there, that acts as a brake if something goes wrong. It just runs into the system naturally. And of course, or a lot of times what's a lot easier is to lower them to the next level. Again, it's got a disc brake on it, so it's easy to lower or lift. And then hopefully someone can pull them in. Again, this is something that you don't want at the last minute. Start reading instructions, looking at the DVD. You want to practice drills with this unit. You want to know where it is. You want to make sure it's put away the way you found it. Again, the block and tackle already extended. So in a panic situation when we need to rescue someone to reduce the possibility of suspension trauma, we can get to them in a timely manner. Thank you.